Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 22nd of November. Amid Adani issue, US says ties with India strong, confident in navigating crisis. Canada denies allegation in media reports linking PM Modi to Nijjar killing. And over 35 killed, 29 hurt in terror attack in northwestern Pakistan. Death toll likely to rise. And now for all the details. As Adani issue escalates, the White House has said it's aware of the allegations against Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, who was indicted in New York over his role in an alleged multi-billion-dollar bribery and fraud scheme. Addressing reporters during her daily briefing, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre expressed confidence that India and the US could navigate the issue without compromising their robust partnership. Jean-Pierre said that the relationship between the US and India stands on an extremely strong foundation anchored in ties between people of both the countries. Federal authorities said Adani and 7 other defendants, including his nephew Sagar Adani, agreed to pay about $265 million in bribes to Indian government officials to obtain contracts expected to yield $2 billion of profit over 20 years and develop India's largest solar power plant project. U.S. citizen.
So obviously we're aware of these allegations, and I would have to refer you to the SEC and DOJ about the specifics of those allegations against the Adani Group. What I will say is on the U.S. and India relationship, we believe that it's extremely stands on an extremely strong foundation, anchored in ties between our people and cooperation across a full range of global issues. And so what we believe and we're confident about is that we'll continue to navigate this issue as we have with other issues that may have come up, as you just stated. And so the specifics of this is something that SEC and DOJ can speak to directly. But again, we believe that we are. This relationship between India and the U.S. has been built on a strong foundation.
A day after India slammed a Canadian media report linking Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, Ottawa has stated that there is no evidence to support the claim. The media outlet, The Globe and Mail, had quoted unnamed government sources in its report, alleging a connection involving Prime Minister Modi, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar, and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. However, the Canadian government in a statement clarified that there is no evidence linking Prime Minister Modi or his top officials to any criminal activity in Canada. The statement further added that any suggestion to the contrary is both speculative and inaccurate. The clarification from Ottawa follows New Delhi's rejection of the media report, which it described as detrimental to the already strained relations between India and Canada. Diplomatic ties between the two nations have been tense since Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused India of being involved in Nijjar's killing. India has consistently denied these allegations, calling them absurd and politically motivated. As many as 38 people lost their lives and 29 were hurt on Thursday after gunmen opened fire on passenger vehicles in a tribal area in northwestern Pakistan. The gunmen initially targeted the convoy's police escort, the provincial spokesman said in a statement. Police was protecting the convoy following months of sectarian violence in the area, which has claimed dozens of lives this year. Tensions have existed for decades between armed Shia and Sunni Muslims over a land dispute in the tribal area that borders Afghanistan. The militants had stopped several buses, trucks and vans and shot people after checking their ethnicity. The separatists in Balochistan have often killed workers and others from the country's eastern Punjab region as part of a campaign to force them to leave the province. No group has claimed responsibility of the attack, and the death toll is likely to rise. The U.S. Embassy for Afghanistan issued a statement during Education Week warning of the negative consequences of the ongoing ban on girls' education in Afghanistan. The embassy emphasized that these restrictions threaten to darken the future of the country. Mary Jo Kripo, public affairs officer at the US Embassy, said that the Taliban's ban on education for girls beyond grade 6 will deprive future generations of essential professionals in fields like engineering, medicine and teaching. She added that the ban not only jeopardizes Afghanistan's economic development but also exacerbates social inequality and injustice. The US Embassy has consistently called for the reopening of the schools for Afghan girls, reiterating its commitment to advocating for the right to education for Afghan women and girls. Since coming to power, the Taliban has banned girls' education beyond primary school, framing the decision as an internal matter not subject to external influence. The move has faced widespread domestic and international criticism. Bangladesh's foreign ministry has stated that no decision has yet been made regarding the repatriation of ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina from India, as reported by news agency UNP. Speaking at a press briefing in Dhaka, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Tawfiq Hassan said the ministry has not received any instructions on the matter. He added that since the issue is political in nature, any decision will come from the highest levels of government. Hassan further mentioned that the matter regarding Hasina may be discussed during the upcoming Bangladesh-India Foreign Office consultation. The four-time Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled to India in August following protests against the public job quotas that escalated into a movement demanding her ouster. Since then, more than 60 complaints have been filed against Hasina and other leaders of her Awami League party, alleging enforced disappearances, murder and mass killings. Calls for Hasina's extradition to face trial in Bangladesh have been made by the main opposition party, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, and protesters. Ahead of Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's visit to Beijing, Nepal has formed a 4-member task force to review the implementation plan of China's Belt and Road Initiative, the Kathmandu Post has reported. According to media reports, the BRI implementation plan has been a major bone of contention between the two ruling parties. While Prime Minister Oli has expressed his desire to sign BRI-related deals during his visit to China, Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deoba has voiced concerns, reiterating Congress official stance that Nepal should avoid high-interest loans to fund BRI projects. The task force, which has begun reviewing the project, is mandated to draft a plan for BRI project that addresses the concerns raised by Congress before Oli's visit to Beijing. A natural buffer between Asian giants China and India, the Himalayan nation has witnessed both countries vying for influence. While Beijing is pursuing multiple projects in Nepal through its ambitious BRI initiative and grants, India, Nepal's largest economic and trade partner, has also invested billions in the country's infrastructure to counter China's growing influence among its smaller neighbors. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
TAG TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.